Okay, Bryson, here's your level 4 floor exercise routine. I'm going to let this play through first, and then I'll add some comments as we go along, and we might do some slow-mo and stop action of pieces after. So here's your floor routine.
Line up behind me. That was my favorite.
Little robot walk there at the beginning.
Line up.
Take those 2 breaths before you start. Handstand looks really good, but I want you to try to hold that.
Moving.
Good power hurdle, cartwheel, close. You can show that closure off a little bit more. Back row extension through the handstand would be good too. We really need this press, big guy. Okay, your chest is a little low there, head low. Open those fingers up so you have a nice wide base, and compress. Push those hips up. We're getting close here,
Sticking out.
but we gotta hold it. Yep, Coach Marcus said your head's sticking out. Good tuck jump. And round off back handspring. We got to turn that round off over a little more. A couple of tenths on the step there. So we'll pause there. And we're going to back it back up. And let's just look at some pieces here, okay? And I can use my arrow keys here so I can move through it frame by frame if I want to. So here's a little robot walk that I'm talking about. You're walking with your arms really kind of stiff. I guess it's really like a military march more than a robot. It's not so bad. Okay. Take a couple of breaths before you start. Good lunge, nice turnout. Okay. Your head is down a little bit here. I'd like to see that head and chest up a little bit. Say extended. Okay. You should have a straight line from your hands to your hips here. Instead, you're breaking the line at your hips. Okay. You need to rotate the body as a whole, not, in 3 different segments: arm, torso, and leg. Okay, so we can make that look a little cleaner. Make sure you give it enough gas to get to the handstand. Good handstand position here, but you're already past the handstand. You're past your fingertips. You have no prayer of holding this handstand. So try to keep it a little bit closer to the handstand with the weight toward your fingers, and then push with those fingers to hold this baby. You get virtuosity, 1/10 bonus, if you can hold that handstand for 2 seconds. Nice straight arm roll here. Okay, this looks really good. Okay, and then a power hurdle. This is good, nice extension, except you're breaking that line again. Okay. I want to see your body nice and long here from your right foot all the way through your hips and your shoulders to your hands here. Instead, you're breaking your shoulder line and your hip line here, okay? We need to work on that. A bigger step and more extension on that. These look good, really good cartwheels, a little arched, but good straight legs and nice stretch through them, okay? Here, you're stepping down, kind of out of frame here, but you're stepping down next to your other foot, and your body is still bent over. See that? Kind of hard to see. When that foot comes down, I want to see the hands up on the opposite side. Okay? And your feet are also apart here. We need those feet together. Okay? And here I want you standing nice and tall as you lean back, Bryson, instead of bent over. You're back on your heels, your shoulders are back, that looks pretty good, but your arms are down and they're beginning to reach down. See this? Okay? Keep those hands up so you maximize the length of your lever from your feet up to your shoulders. Okay? Good and round though. Okay? This is not bad. If your shoulders and arms were farther back here, it'd be even better. But your arms are straight. I'd like you to keep your legs straight here instead of tucking up. Okay, roll through a candle with straight legs if you can. Keep your arms straight. Your fingertips should be pointing towards each other so that your little fingers contact the floor here first. With straight arms, you got bent arms here slightly, but that's a really good candle position. I like that. Okay, we want to go to the handstand or through the handstand. You're missing that by just a little bit. Head up here, head up. Okay, a little late with it. Good straight legs on the straddle stand. I'd like your hands to be even with the top of your head here. You've got them even with your shoulders. I'd like them to be a little higher than that. Here's your little arm circle as you fold at the waist. Don't let your shoulders go below your hips. This would be a good stopping spot right here. Okay, but you keep going all the way down here. That's too low. Okay, so we need to work on that. And then I want you to shift your weight towards your heels and then rock it back towards your hands. And as you do that, you want to push up as high as you can. Get those hips high and bury those ears. Fingers should be spread here also as you press to the handstand. Okay? You shift it a little bit and then you ended up hopping. When you hop, you're not going to get the bonus. Okay? It's got to be a strength skill where you press towards the hands. That little hop right there and right there are going to prevent you from getting that 5/10 bonus. Okay? But you're getting close. You're a little past the handstand. If you want to hold it for 2 seconds, you need to be in the handstand. Okay? Good straight arm row. Well, basically straight arm row. The arms need to come up on this tuck jump. Okay? See how down they are? Okay? They need to come up as you jump off the floor. And your toes should be pointed here. They're going to see those flat feet. Okay? Good landing. Good control. Good extension. And then the run. Good forward lean before you start your step. Good extension here. This is a good hurdle step. Big step forward, but you're reaching down with your hands right here. See how you're bending at your hips and reaching down with your hands? That's that same alignment problem we've been talking about on your step handstands. We need to stay extended here. At this point, you should have a straight line from your right foot, your back foot, through your hips, through your shoulders, to your hands, and you're all bent up, okay? That's going to limit the amount of power you can get on your round off, which is why you're having trouble in your round off back handspring, okay? Push tall through the handstand here. Pop off those hands. Let's look at your landing position. Ooh. See, we want a hollow position here, not a pike position. That's your landing position right there. You're not in the power position, okay? So you either have to pause or you have to throw your head back and let your knees roll forward, and your knees are rolling forward right now, okay? You're losing power, okay? We got to turn that round off over harder, okay? Leg form was pretty good. Rebound looked pretty good. But you could have a lot more power, Bryson. If you want to do round up back handspring, back tucks, we need that power. Okay? Little step there on the landing. Not too bad. Okay? So, now we're going to mushroom. Okay, this is a short mushroom set. I think you do 3 circles, and then you do a half circle with a quarter turn for your dismount. So we'll let this run through the first time, and then we'll talk about particulars as we go through it. Okay. When you do routines, Bryson, for video, you can take that beanbag off the mushroom. You don't need to leave it on there. It's a good test in practice, but you don't have to have it when you do the routine. Let's see. We're going to run this full speed. Our hands are square. 3. 2 circles and a dismount.
Come on, Bryson!
Okay, I just said 2 circles and a dismount, but it was certainly 3. Okay, so let's go back to it and let's take a look at them. Let's see, we're in profile right now. Okay, so you're at a 90-degree angle to the viewer or the person who is videotaping you, which means that your dismount should be on the opposite side of the horse, right? So let's look at this. Okay, there's the line that's determined where your hand placement is. All right, this is your first circle. Pretty good extension here, not bad. Here's the end of the first circle. Again, pretty good extension. Not bad. Good leg form. A little bit of bent knees there. Okay, you actually contacted the horse and your legs spread just a little bit. It's 2 circles. Here's your third circle, and we've got a 3/10 break here with your legs. The feet are pointed, the legs are straight, but that split's going to cost you 3/10.
Your hips are low.
Hips are a little low, Marcus says. All right, now your hands are cheating a little bit. Look where they are now compared to where you started. Okay, they're on the front half of the mushroom, and they shouldn't be there. Okay, that's unaligned, and they're probably going to hit you 2 to 3/10 for that. And then you got your quarter turn. Okay, you're a little bit past the half circle point. It's really not too bad. Okay, maybe 3/10 on that landing. Okay, so not bad. Let's see, let's go to rings. This is your first ring set. I've got 2 ring sets for you. This one was actually the best of the 2 sets, and this was the one that was done earlier. So here we are, your chin up, and 1,002, 1,003, could be held a little longer, 1,001, 1,002, a little bit longer. There's your second swing, your third swing, your swing to your inverted hang. You're got a lot of tension in your shoulders, and that's where all that shaking's coming from. Here's your opening to your backward lever. Good backward lever position, a little piked, but nice and horizontal, and the head and chest are up. You're opening your chest really nicely there. That looks really good on that German hang, and a good landing. Okay, so not too bad. I'm going to let this one go ahead and run on through, and then we'll talk about the second one. Okay. Lost our audio. Not sure what's going on here.
Volume's down there.
Huh?
The volume button's right there. So you guys
Oh, it is. Okay. Back swing. Turn those palms out. Palms out. Good. We need a turnover on the swings forward in particular. The back swings look pretty good. Here's your back lever. It looks a little high and no hold when you don't have a coach there to help you. And a short hold on that German hang. We need to hold that German hang. All of your holds in this routine were shorter than in the one previously. Let's back this up a little bit and look at it. And we're going to step through this one a bit at a time. Okay? So here's your chin, or your pull-up. Your elbows should be pulled downward here. You've got yours stuck out to the side. I'd like to see them come on down close to your rib cage, but the ring should be held out away from your face. I'd like you to be a little bit higher on this, Bryson. Okay? Your body's nice and straight. Your head is up. The chest is up. That all looks pretty good. Okay? I don't know about your hold time here because we're doing slow-mo. Okay? Your L, you're required to do a tucked L, but you get bonus if you can do a straight-legged L. So you're getting your bonus here as long as you hold this for 2 seconds. And I think you held it pretty close to 2 seconds. Good position. Your legs are straight, your knees are straight, your toes are pointed, your feet are slightly higher than your hips. So all that looks really good. It's a good position there. Here's your backswing, end of the backswing right there. Okay? And your hands are turned to the inside here, and your elbows are bent. Okay? The arms should be straight, your palms should be pointing to the outside, and your head should be down. Your chin should be pointing down towards the floor or back towards your heels. Instead, you've got it lifted here. We need that head down. Okay? Here's your forward swing, your first swing, and it ends right there. Okay? The arm position looks good, but you're beginning to arch and push your heels towards the floor here. And I want you to curl and get those toes and hips up above you. Not like you're swinging to an inverted hang. You need to be pulling back with your arms. But you want to turn upside down and have a nice high shoulder position. Okay? As high as the rings if you can get them there. Okay? You're not showing that. Okay? Here's your second swing. The hands are turned out here and the swing is nice and high. This looks pretty good. I'd like your head to be down here though. Okay? That will give you some more flexibility and you'll be able to do back up rises a little more easily later on. Okay? Here's your forward swing. We're looking for that turnover again. Your feet should be pointing up towards the top of the ring tower. And you should be in that candle position here. We're not getting there. Pretty good arm action, but you're not turning over enough. You need to get upside down, like the free hip position. Okay? Here's your backswing. This is your third backswing. Good position. You're getting pretty close to horizontal, which I believe if you get above 45 degrees, you get 1/10 virtuosity on this third swing. Okay? Hands are turned out pretty well there, but your head is still popped up. Get that head down. And here's your swing to your inverted hang. This is where you've got tension in your shoulders and you're shaking because of that. Make sure that you relax your shoulders, have long arms here. Okay? Good form with the legs, good toe point. This all looks good. We want a really tight fold here, and that's excellent. That looks really good, Bryson. Your legs are straight, toes are pointed, and I think your cheeks are probably against your kneecaps here. That looks really good. Okay? From here, we want to extend straight to the back wall and turn your hands to the outside. Okay? You're lifting your head, you're opening your chest. Okay? We need to open the hips a little more, but you're not opening the hips. You're letting your feet drift. Well, actually, that's not too bad. Got your rear end stuck out just a little bit. We need to be able to hold this. Open your chest a little more here. More chest, more head. Lift it. Hold those heels up. They're dropping. Oh, okay. No back lever. Okay? You're not going to get credit for the back lever here. This is good. Nice opening. Okay? Into the German hang position. That looks great. And the drop to the support, or drop to a stand. Arms up, arms down. Nicely done. Okay? Not a bad ring set. We got to work on that back lever. We got to work on the holds on the L hang. And we need that chin up position to change slightly. And then we got to change those backward swings. We got to turn those hands out and get the head down. And on your forward swings, we need to invert. All right, so now we got your vaulting. We're doing level 4, level 5, and level 6 vaults here. You got all of them. So let's look at your first one in regular speed. We're looking for acceleration and form in your run. And that looks pretty darn good, except you did the wrong jump. We're not doing tuck jumps, we're doing straight jumps, Bryson. Here's your second attempt at the same skill. That was better. Good landing. Okay. You had your knee slightly bent on that, but it was much closer to a straight jump. And there's your front summy with your back arched and your head back. And here it is from the side. Again, head back. Okay, let's look at that again in slow-mo. I want you to see that from the side. Okay, here we go. So there's your landing for the one from the end. And here comes the one from the side. I want you to see how you are unrolling out of your front summy. Okay, here's your front summy from the end. Not too bad. See how the head's back and the chest is open here? And you'll see it a little bit better from the side here. Need to work on that landing. Drop your hips instead of bending over at your waist. Here it is from the side. I'm going to stop it here. Arms up. See the arms coming up? Not too bad. Lifting the hips. Right here, your head seems to be back. You should be looking toward your knees, touching your knees. You got the touch going. Now your head seems to be forward, but watch here. You're opening your chest and your head is going back. You see that? Don't let your head go back. Keep rolling forward like a forward roll. Okay? We don't want that arching position on the landing. Okay? Makes it very hard for you to relocate and see the landing prior to your toes landing when you unroll. Okay, so that's vaulting. Whoops, actually, we've got handsprings now. Let me let this run full speed again. Handsprings, this is your level 6 vault. Okay, we don't have quite enough acceleration and you're slowing down on your last step on these. we've got to run a little bit harder, and we've got to drive those heels up. So here's your P-bar set, level 4 P-bars. Okay, a lot of swing there, but uncontrollable. You got to keep it under control. Click those shoulders. Pretty good L, not quite long enough. Second swing, third swing, almost to the handstand, and the dismount, a little stumble there. Okay, let's back this up. Let's look at that again. Okay, I'll pause it, and we'll go a piece at a time. So here's your upstart. All right, the idea is to jump and swing those hips forward as you're leaving the floor, almost like you're trying to do a back hip circle. You want those hips swinging through your arms as you rise. Instead, you're just jumping to a support. There's your support, and then lifting your legs. Okay, I want you to swing those hips and your torso through your arms on the way up. Okay, and you'll be able to do this a little higher. Okay. Let's see how high you get here. All right, your feet are slightly separated, and your hips are still below your shoulders. If you do a good upstart, your feet and your hips will be higher than your shoulders at the end of the swing. Okay? Let's see what happens here on the back swing. Knees are bending slightly, but your heart's over your hands, and you're opening the shoulders pretty well. Let's see if you push tall in your shoulders and click. No. Okay? That's one reason you're having trouble with this. You need that click happening. Instead, you're trying to save it by moving your hands. Okay? You got to keep those hands where they are and click those shoulders while maintaining control of where your heart is relative to your hands. Okay? Keep your body tight. Don't let your legs separate. Don't let your head poke out like this. Just click it. Lock it out. Okay? You're lucky you didn't fall off on that, Bryson, and you did that a few times in this routine. Okay, good forward swing. Actually, probably a little too high here. You're really going to thump on those bars, but stylishly done, not too bad. This is a good rear support position, good head position, good chest position. Okay, good straddled V-sit. Your feet are probably around 45 degrees. If you're 45 degrees, you get credit for the V-sit, but it also includes a 3/10 deduction. Okay? Between 45 degrees and 15 degrees of vertical, there's a 3/10 deduction. If you're at 15 degrees, there's a 1/10 deduction. And if you're vertical, there is no deduction. So we got to get those feet higher, okay, if you don't want to be deducted. Of course, we have to hold this too. The head position is back a little too far, but we'll keep working on that. That's coming along pretty well. Good closure here. Your body is out in front, and you should be able to swing. Let's see how high. Horizontal, okay, so that's your first swing from the V. And your second swing goes straighten those knees out. Okay, that's well above 45 degrees. Okay, but again, we want to click this out at the handstand. We don't have to hold it, but it would be nice to show that handstand. Good forward swing here. Your hips are as high as your shoulders. Your feet are above that. That's not bad. We can go higher, but that's not bad. And here's your backward swing. Knees are again slightly bent. That head is poking out. I want that head to be buried by this time. You need to be clicking those shoulders and locking it out. Holding that handstand and then pushing yourself over and off the bars. Okay? So we got to work on that. Okay, a little stumble there on the landing. Make sure you drop your hips on the landing. Of course, you're on that soft mat. That makes it hard to land. So I'm going to let this next routine run full speed. This one's done on the end of the P-bars instead of in the middle of the P-bars, and we're dropping between the rails instead of outside the rails. All those are options that you have. Better swings here. You didn't walk in the handstand that time. Still good position. That's getting close to vertical. It was like a 1/10 deduction, I believe, so that was better. Oops, there's that handstand walk again instead of the click. And form breaks on those swings. We got to fix that. Here's your third P-bar set. Same night.
You're slamming your knees so hard on that on the rails that your knees bend.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to work on the knee form. And again, the critical piece there is that swing to the handstand at the end. They're expecting, the top kids are all going to swing and click out, lock out a handstand, and hold it, and then do the dismount. If you want to be one of those top kids, we need to work towards that. Okay? But swing looks pretty good, Bryson. I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, let's look at high bar. We'll run this through. Okay, that's your hanging blind change and your grip change, and then your pullover. Slightly bent knees on your pullover. There's a lot of wiggling going on that folding. Pretty good undershoot and hip circle. Pretty good tap swings. Good hop. Could go a little higher, but that's not too bad. Good tap swings. And the drop to the hang. Or drop to the support, I should say, to the stand. So let's back that up. Let's talk about a few particulars on that. All right, so from here, okay, slight form break on that. Grip change looks all right. See the pull up and over and bent knees here. Okay, that's a 3/10 deduction right there. This looks good. Now once you extend, boom, we're extended right there. You get to fold one time for your cast back hip circle. Let's see how many times you bend. 1, 2, that's one time too many. All right, and we want to go horizontal here. Get your feet and your hips as high as your shoulders. And we're looking for a double rainbow position at the end of this cast. Not happening, okay? Your head is back, your chest is arched, you're not going to be able to do a free hip circle here. And so it's just a hip circle, okay? However, you get the bonus for just doing a hip circle, but we want to try to do the free hip circle if we can. Undershoot, your head is back. Again, you should be looking at the bar and squeezing your butt here. Turn upside down a little more, okay? You're not quite upside down here, and you'll be able to swing even higher, okay? There's the end of your swing right there. We'd like to be well up above the bar if we can. There's the end of your tap swing, okay? Not too bad, almost as high as the bar. Tap swing forward, good tap swing forward, as high as the bar, except you're arching here. We're going to be round there. Again, hollow here, not much hollowing going on. Good tap swing again, little arch at the end of it, and now we're going to do the hop. Okay, we're getting about 3 inches off the bars. I'd like to see us get about 12 to 18 inches off the bars. Up in a nice high hollow body position. Okay, and you can do that if you do a really good high undershoot and get a nice hollow position on the end of all of these back swings. Okay, good tap swing again, and now show me that hollow body position. Nope, not going to happen. You're arching and you're piking here. And then tap swing again and drop to your feet. Okay, so that's it for Bryson's sets. Not a bad set, not a bad set of routines. That should give you a lot to keep in mind to work on, Bryson. Keep up the good work, buddy.